What is science? What is science? What do scientists do? Long ago, the word science meant knowledge. The first scientists looked for answers to everyday questions about the world, like why is the sky blue? And why does water flow downhill? Today, scientists still look for answers to everyday questions, like how big is the universe? And how did life begin? Scientists also search for solutions to serious problems. Scientists help cure diseases and grow more food. Scientists invent new things. Inventions such as light bulbs, cars, computers, and airplanes have changed how we live. Future inventions will bring more changes. Scientists also seek new knowledge because they are curious. Scientists investigate the farthest reaches of space, the deepest parts of oceans, and the smallest bits of matter to discover what's there. Sometimes discoveries lead to useful inventions, or maybe new sources of energies. But some science research leads nowhere. Not everything always turns out right, even for the smartest scientist. Still, that won't keep scientists from wanting to know. So science does many things. It helps explain why the world works the way it does, solves problems, makes discoveries, and helps create inventions. Plus, science never stops seeking new knowledge. But science isn't just a subject. It can also be a way of answering a question. The scientific method is especially important to scientists doing research. The goal of the scientific method is to prove a hypothesis true or false. We'll get to what a hypothesis is in a minute. The scientific method starts with a question or problem. For example, a scientist might ask, how can I clean these old tarnished pennies? The scientist first learns what he or she can about the subject, perhaps by reading books or searching the web. Eventually, the scientist has enough information to guess at an answer to the question. A hypothesis is the fancy name for this best guess. In the case of the question, how can I clean these old tarnished pennies? A best guess or hypothesis could be, soap and water will clean pennies, but salt and vinegar will clean pennies better. Next up is a prediction, a guess about what will happen if the hypothesis is correct. In the penny cleaning example, the prediction is pennies cleaned with salt and vinegar will come out shinier than those cleaned with soap and water. With a prediction in place, it's time to experiment. The scientist does tests to prove the prediction right or wrong. In the experiment, dirty pennies are cleaned with soap and water, or salt and vinegar. Then the clean pennies are compared to prove the prediction true or not. The pennies cleaned with salt and vinegar are shinier. The scientist's prediction is correct. From the results of this experiment, the scientist makes a conclusion, the next step of the scientific method. The conclusion is, salt and vinegar cleans pennies better than soap and water. The scientist still has one last step to complete the scientific method. The scientist invites others to repeat the experiment. If everybody gets the same results, then the world of science, the world of knowledge, has a new known fact, as well as shinier pennies. So science finds facts, makes discoveries, and adds to our knowledge of the world. Scientists use those facts and knowledge to solve problems, invent new things, and satisfy curiosity.